The build that I've been spending a lot of time with the last couple of weeks is Bobby Bobango, my BowCro, my Stamina Necromancer. This dude has evolved quite a bit. I've been kind of searching for a new setup for him. I tried a bunch of different things, and I think I finally found one that I'm really happy with. It is an Oakensoul build. This is my first offensive Oakensoul build.
Love it. I love that you're coming over.
And I was skeptical about like what an offensive Oakensoul build would be like. Like one bar's not enough. I'm not gonna have all the stuff that I need. But this has actually proven to be a really good build. Like I said, the best version of this build I've tried so far. So the gear setup is 5 pieces Swamp Raider, 5 pieces Morag Tong, the Oakensoul ring, and 1 piece Magma Incarnate. So it's all about that poison and disease damage. Swamp Raider gives you 600 weapon spell damage to poison and disease. And Morag Tong, whenever you deal, what was it again? I think when you deal direct damage, you cause the target to take 10% additional poison and disease damage. So I think those two things combined, that's the most poison and disease damage you can have in a build, I'm pretty sure. The damage combo is really simple. It's just Blast Bones, or it consists of Blast Bones, Venom Skull, Magnum Shot, and the Toxic Barrage ultimate. I was really back and forth between Venom Skull as my spammable or Lethal Arrow, the poison morph of Snipe. Lethal Arrow is definitely more damage, and when you land that combo, I mean, it really hits hard and it's a lot more damage. But I find that I very rarely actually land the combo. Like, people are just trained, they hear that thwack noise from Snipe and they just dodge, and you might hit them with 1 snipe, but then that's for sure it. You're not going to hit them with a second one. GrizzlyCon says Venom Skull is way cooler. That is also very true.
The real reason. Let's get to the real reasons. Good.
I mean, hey, that's definitely a factor, but honestly, even just functionally, I find that with Venom Skull, I'm actually able to land my combo most of the time. You know, even though Lethal Arrow is technically more damage, it's 0 damage if it doesn't hit anybody. So, but Lethal Arrow, definitely an option. Anyone, who likes that instead of Venom Skull, that's totally a valid option. Another option too, if you're facing like a lot of Nightblades, you need an anti-stealth solution. You can get rid of Magnum Shot and put Bombard on its place. That way you still have a CC ability, but it's one that you can use to pull Nightblades out of stealth. That's a good little flex option there. But otherwise, I do prefer having Magnum Shot if I don't need that. Do not sleep on the Toxic Barrage ultimate. This is the bow ultimate, the morph that's like the channeled attack, that like you're stuck in that animation while you're doing it, right? That the fact that you're stuck in that animation has always been a huge turnoff to me. I've always preferred the turret one that I can just cast it and it's going while I'm free to do whatever else I want to do. And that's a good ultimate too, but man, Toxic Barrage is so much damage. For one, this morph deals poison damage, so both the 5-piece sets apply to it. That's a big reason I want to use it. It's also just an astronomical amount of damage. On my character, the tooltip is over 94,000 damage over 4 seconds. That's like 23k DPS, before mitigation or anything else is applied like that. It's just an absolute ton of damage. But the sleeper part of this ultimate is the fact that it applies a secondary like sticky dot to the target. Like, once you hit them with it, even after the ultimate is over, there's this 8-second dot. My tooltip is like 52,000 damage over 8 seconds, so that's like 6k DPS. That's about like a little bit less than like what a Destro ult would do. It's still very strong, and that's what sneaks up on people. The initial channeled attack, I mean, it's a ton of damage and it'll kill most people. Some people will survive it and they'll kind of breathe this sigh of relief, like, okay, the ultimate's over, I survived it. And sometimes they'll start going on offense at that point and they don't realize they still have this really strong dot on them. But at this point, you're out of that channeled attack. You're not stuck in that animation anymore, so you can start throwing your normal combo at them, and that's when they're really in danger, and that's when you'll actually get a lot of people. Also, while you're stuck in that animation, you have full movement speed. So like sometimes what I'll do is, because that channel attack only lasts 4 seconds, and if you do a roll dodge with a bow, you get 4 seconds of major expedition. So you can just like do a roll dodge, then the ultimate, and you have major expedition the entire time. You can stay like right on somebody. Like if they're trying to line of sight you or someone, like they just cannot get away. Of course, I have 3 Swift, so I'm just like right there on them. And you can't be CC'd while you're channeling it either. Another good thing. So Toxic Barrage, definitely the way to go. The healing kit is just Vigor and Resistant Flesh. And that's ample. I mean, that's all anybody needs for their healing kit. You cast a Vigor and then a Resistant Flesh, and your health bar is full. You're all good. One really nice thing about Resistant Flesh is it's my only Magicka costing ability. So I have like 20k Magicka, and the only thing it's for is just to hammer this really powerful burst heal that I can use on myself or my teammates or whatever. So I really like that. So once I kind of add up all the things I'm giving up by not having a back bar versus all the things I'm getting with the Oakensoul ring and all of that, basically what I'm really sacrificing out of this build is I don't have any snare removal and I don't have any anti-stealth unless I flex in Bombard. So that's the solution to the anti-stealth, is if I really need it, I can flex that ability in. As far as snare removal, I feel like since I'm a ranged build, I'm not getting snared that often. It's not that much of an issue. Plus, I have lots of movement speed, so if I do get snared, I can mitigate it pretty well. That's really not much of a problem. I'm surprised at how well-rounded it is for being just like a single bar build. You know, he has a powerful offensive combo. He has a totally like adequate defensive kit. He has group support. He has movement speed. I really like how it's such a complete and well-rounded build, just all right there on one bar. You know, like I can be attacking someone 1 second, heal a teammate, go right back to attacking someone, and like I don't miss a beat. You know, there's like not a moment's hesitation from one action to the next, because you know everything's ready to go all the time. So I have kind of started playing with a bit of a supportive mindset. Like Davis, we've talked about this concept of a support brawler in the past, where you're a damage focused build, but you're playing with a supportive mindset. I'm thinking of this dude as a support archer kind of guy.
All right.
So he's like hanging back, you know, he's providing suppressive fire with those long range attacks. He's tossing heals to teammates when they need it, and he's using that long range perspective to maintain good situational awareness. He uses that mobility to keep good positioning and all of that stuff. Kind of like what I was talking about with my Stamplar, how I'm trying to just do whatever the team needs from one moment to the next. And Oakensoul just makes that so easy, because it's all just right there. Like it just makes the mental processing factor so much snappier. You can there's no hesitation whatsoever. One more time, it was 5-piece Swamp Raider, 5-piece Morag Tong, Oakensoul, 1-piece Magma, and just use all the poison and disease abilities you can get your hands on.
Listening to Bill, Arthur Withers, talking it out, puts 90 seconds in a minute. Her pops was an artist, she ain't trying to date musicians. I said I'm only scared of sharks and commitment. Hit a dead end, never uttered the word couple. Only took day trips into each other's bubbles. Doomed from the start, just some young foolish lovers. Still fucking in the rubble, trying to shine through.